Hello, my fellow Lakers, newcomers, and passerbys, and welcome back to Tommy's page. He's the co-founder and creator director at Gamepires, and we have a few things to talk about today. First off, I want to talk about my absence for a little bit. It's just only going to take a few seconds. So basically, I got migraines, and these migraines occur every so often, multiple times a year, and sometimes they kind of cause me to be absent from the channel for about like a week, sometimes maybe two, depending on how bad they are. They're very debilitating. They're not fun. So I just wanted to say I am back, I'm better, rested, so I can get back into the video. So sometimes you might see some absences on my channel here and there. Just know that's probably the reason why, because usually I love posting videos and stuff like that nearly every week. So let's go ahead and continue down the list. This video is going to be completely unedited, except for maybe a few parts, because I don't think YouTube's going to like some of the stuff that's on here. And the reason why is because I kind of want to get this out, because I feel like there's going to be something coming along the line soon, and I want to get this out. And, I would have done all these videos earlier, but whatever. Anyways, so first, let's go over this new car. This is the Delta. And as you can see, it opens up even the hood. You can even open up the hood of this thing. And this is what amazes me here. Because if you're going to be able to open up the hood of this car, you're going to be able to open up the hood of everything else as well. You can even open up the back hatch, obviously the 4 doors and everything like that as well. It kind of makes me think that there's going to be some engine work that they're going to allow us to do, because this game is realistic and that's just how this game works. And I think that would be pretty fun. You got a blue one, red one, and yellow one. So let's go ahead and scroll back and move up, because this is really cool. This is the concept for, I think they called it an amp mech suit. As you can see, there's a person inside. It looks like they got some kind of machine gun or sniper barrel here, and I don't know what this other side is. I'm guessing that's like a fist, or going to be a fist. As you can see on these lower things, that's kind of what it looks like to be. Yeah, that is pretty cool. So can you imagine like just being in one of these? It's like power armor in Fallout. I don't know if you guys ever played Fallout, but that's basically what this is. This is power armor in Fallout. And this is a little closer look on how it's all going to work. Yeah, all the things that are going to turn, all things that won't. The person body going here. This shuts over them. I wonder if this is going to be something for not only for fighting, but for construction as well. Instead of them actually adding like bulldozers and stuff to the game to build crazy stuff, I wonder if there's just going to be stuff that requires so much weight that you'd have to walk it to a car or something like that. So you'd have to come in a mech suit, pick it up, put it in there, and then drive off. But then again, I mean, the mech suit itself is going to weigh something, so I don't understand. I really don't. As you can see, he's lifting stuff here. So that's kind of what it looks like. You might need him to lift some things, or they can only be found inside certain areas, like construction areas, and they're already there, and you have to get in the suit, gather the item, bring it to your vehicle, and then you can't take the suit out because there's no way, because it's way too heavy for your vehicle or something like that. I don't know. So you have to leave the suit there and then get back in the car and drive off, meaning these suits might not be able to be destroyed, but you'll be able to shoot people through the suits. Or on the other hand, maybe even you have to power these suits through batteries. So you have to bring batteries to power these suits if they aren't powered already. That would be pretty cool. I like that idea. Let's wait and see what that looks like. So anyways, you know how facial recognition has been a thing? Well, look at this. The detail in these faces is just completely amazing. Look at that. Look at that. I'm pretty sure that's Tommy's face, by the way. I'm not sure, but kind of looks like it. Look at that detail. Little freaking wrinkles on the face. What I call the baggy eyes right here. This is what I have, by the way, these baggy eyes. I got the same thing, man. Just very, very, very detailed. Every little hair follicle in the head. Look at that. Just completely amazing. But that just shows what they can do with the characters. And I'll show you some more later on. We also got some new holsters right here for your pistols. Little tactical holsters. Cool looking. As you can see, that's what they're going to look like. Do I think they're better than the other holsters? I don't think it really makes a difference, to be honest, except for color and kind of matching. I don't know if you're OCD, but if you're OCD, then yeah, it makes it a lot better. Anyways, this is really another cool thing. We also have medical stuff here. Look at this. So it looks like it says muscles, bones, organs, and it looks like you can click out of those. I'm guessing that just show this is just going to be something that shows all the damage in those areas. And if you don't want to look in those areas, you just click off of it. But let's say you got bandages here. I don't know if these are different types of bandages or how to create a bandage right here. This kind of looks like the creation screen. But these might be different types of bandages or ways you can bandage yourself. And there's aid kits and drugs. It looks like this guy's got a liver injury. It looks like it's deadly. I think that's what that means. That skull is probably going to mean eternal bleeding here, chest trauma, and then shin bone fracture. Geez, this guy's freaking, he's in pain, buddy, in pain. Let's go ahead and scroll to the next one. This one actually tells you how it works. I'm going to go through this real quick. This is the USR, right? So untreated stabilization and recovery thing. Right, these are the three major things that you need to know about healing your wounds. So untreated. So when an injury or illness occurs, it appears in this section, the untreated section. If the player is unable to identify it, it will be displayed as unknown and unidentified until the proper diagnosis is set. This applies to all types of body conditions. The only information that a user will get are the symptoms. The player can act upon these symptoms with drugs and seek help from medical personnel. By curing wounds and educating, reading books, and blah, blah, blah. Player will be able to learn about body conditions, gain experience, identify them better in the future. And once the condition is identified by the player, it can be used in game items to stabilize the progression of the wound. Okay, so basically this is telling you, in order to know what your wound is, you have to read medical journals, you have to know what they are, you have to know what the wound is, and if you don't, you will not be able to diagnose it. You can slow it down with drugs, but here's the thing, you can also find a medical personnel to help you treat and identify this wound. Now, once this wound is identified, we can go to the stabilization stage of USR. So when the injury occurs, it causes damage to the body. In most cases, this damage is not instantaneous and progresses with time. So it's necessary to stabilize the condition as soon as possible. When successful stabilization has been achieved, body stops receiving the damage from the wound and prepares for the recovery. During the stabilization phase, players should be careful with their wound and limit their movement. Imagine trying to jog with a broken leg after being stabilized, which will result in a reset of the stabilization timer, and the leg will never start healing itself as long as you keep pushing it hard in the stabilization phase. Still, no matter what, once a successful stabilization has been achieved, wound will not return back in untreated section. So here's the thing. Wounds take time to stabilize. If you want your wound to heal, right? If you want it to start healing, it's got to stabilize first. If you do not let it stabilize, it will return to the untreated phase. So you have to retreat it, right? So say you got a broken leg, like they say in here, and you decide to run on that broken leg full speed. Guess what? You just broke your freaking leg again. Untreated now. You have to retreat it again. Now, whether you'll know it or not, I don't know. Maybe you'll have to go find another medical professional. You know what I mean? But you're back to square one. You don't want to be back to square one. You have to let it stabilize. Once it's stabilized and once it's done with the stabilization phase, it'll never go back to the untreated phase, meaning you're now on the R of the USR, which is the recovery phase. The final part is the recovery process. All wounds will have a successful gone through stabilization process. We'll move to recovery section where actual recovery starts. It takes time for the wound to fully recover, and here is where you get your health points back. The body condition has been fully cured, and the moments when all health points have been retrieved. So everything's been, so once, okay. So first you have to understand, if you get hit by a bullet, right? You get hit by a bullet, so you get hit in the left lung, right? Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to cure this because honestly, this is crazy. But say you get hit in the left lung, right? Your left lung is down, out of the count. You need to find a way to use USR to treat it, right? So you go to it's untreated. You go find someone to treat it, right? Find someone to treat it. Person finds someone to treat it, or you treat it yourself. You go to stabilization phase. You go through the whole stabilization phase. During the untreated phase and the stabilization phase, this whole time, your health is not going back to full health. It's not going to go back to full health. You're going to be missing health, just like you do in the game when you don't eat enough freaking protein or blah, 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 right? So you literally have to go through both untreated and stabilization phase to recover those health points, right? Obviously, in the case of the lung, right, you need your lung to heal. Done, right? And once it's fully healed, it'll be done with the recovery, meaning all those health points will be back to you and everything will be done. Don't have to worry about it anymore until you get shot again, which most likely in this game you will. Because, you know, you just get shot all the time. So this is going to be very interesting to see done. Now, we also have some characters here. This is character Jax. He is 48 years old. So he says, without parents and surrounded by poverty, Jax has been raised by the streets. Till teen years, he already has seen everything bad that life can offer. Death, suffering, and misfortune have taken a toll on his life. No wonder he turned to the use of drugs and upgrading his body with metal parts to make himself bigger and more intimidating to survive. He's one of the leading people in the Razor Blades gang. Okay, so this is actually showing factions that are probably going to be in the island that I don't know if you'll be able to fight these guys, to be honest. I honestly think that they might be NPCs. Or if you do get to fight them, they'll probably respawn or something like that. I don't know, after a mission is completed. But as you can see here, there's multiple of them. There's Doc down below. Doc used to have an astonishing career in medicine, medical journals, and that's about all you know. And then there's this Asian guy up here that just manages to pull through. Atrax and Jake are friends. And the way Jake looks at him as a son, while Atrax respects Jake. But since he is an antisocial person, they don't meet a lot. So I'm guessing this is Atrax up here. So Doc, Atrax, Jax, Mortal Kombat. Anyways, so let's go ahead and move on. New abandoned military POI. They said it might possibly be out this week. Look at this. This is very interesting. It's really empty though, very empty. But it's just, I think it's just like warehouse. So I think it's just bullets, guns, stuff like that. Just a place to store all the stuff. As you can see here. Really cool. It's gonna be up in the north, so we all know where the snow is. Wherever the snow is, that's where, you know, this thing will be. Let's see. And also Tommy has been going through ketosis. This is, if you guys know what the keto diet is, that's basically what he's doing. And it looks like here he got a little rash here, but this is how in depth the devs go to solve these things in this game, right? The devs go so in depth that they actually, like, legit, they actually do these things to themselves to see how it actually works. This is like field work, all right? Complete field work. All right, this is the other thing about the bodies that I wanted to show you guys. And for all you men, you all need to chill, okay? I don't want to see a bunch of freaking women in the game because after this, all right? If I see everyone women, I'm gonna be upset. All right, I like variety. I'm not, this ain't Wonder Woman, okay? We don't live in the same place. So these are different females according to their strength, constitution, and dexterity. This is what their bodies are like. This is body progression, okay? And I promise, like, I don't know what this thing right here, it's not on my screen. I think she just has like some kind of dirt on her face or something like that, but whatever. So this is the ideal look. If I scroll over here, this is the skinny look. Now look at the difference in the body progression right here, right? So you have all the fat right here in the torso, the arm fat, you have the leg, right? All the fat, everything, right? Instantly, look at that. Look at that indent. No fat, zero fat in the arm, zero fat in the leg. You can see the bone. Bone, look at the hip bone right there. The other one, you can't see the hip bone. Look at that. Can't even see it. And this hip bone right there, right? This is about as skinny as I am right here. Look at it. Arm, freaking, just complete bones, right? Move on to the next picture. Boom. Now this is overweight. This is too much fat. The character's probably gonna have some hard time running. As you can see, a lot of arm fat here, torso, leg, just complete fat. You can even see cellulite and other things like that as well, which, mind you, cellulite isn't only in fat people, but you just, in the case of this game, whatever. As you can see, the knees, it looks like the knees actually have pressure on them. If you notice right here, you get some red spots in the knee here. I don't say he went that far. This might just be, you know, the coloring that they're going to keep in the game, but as you can see in the ideal woman, doesn't look like there's a lot of pressure there. This, and then the skinny woman, the knee is kind of like it kind of looks like it's got some pressure, but not like not that kind of pressure. But look at this. It looks like you can break and snap at this point, to be honest. But these are the new female characters, by the way. As you can see, they all have different hair colors too. This one has, well, actually these two have the same color hair, I think, but this one actually has red hair, like amber hair, and this one has like the same as the first two, I think, like white hair, whatever. But this is the muscular version. As you can see, she has muscles in the torso, muscles in the legs, muscles in the arm, and all that stuff. So those are the different body types in the game for women. And then obviously they're gonna add cosmetics like tattoos and stuff like that. And obviously they're gonna work with your weight. So if you play an overweight person, right? You have tattoos. Those tattoos are probably gonna be stretched out to fit your overweight person. If you play a skinny person, they're gonna be freaking really thin to fit your skin person, you know, your skinny person, you know what I mean? All that stuff. And also it's a remodel to the women because all the women look like men right now. And that's just weird. And then this is just the average person. This is something he just added because I guess people were asking what the average woman would look like. This is what the average woman would look like. Pretty typical woman. This is what you see all the time in real life. So anyways, this is something cool too. This is a backpack actually, and this is showing the different weights of the person, also body progression as well. But then you can also see the progression of the backpack when it has weight inside the backpack. So as you can see, you can tell when there's nothing in the backpack's going to be compressed, skinny, right up against the back. As you load the backpack, you will start to see weight come out. As you can see here, boom, weighted, backpack comes out to its full weight. This is how backpacks work. It's going to be really cool visually. And it also kind of shows, you know, if your character's if your character's body progression as well. As you can see, he gets muscular right here as the backpack gets bigger. At least I thought he did. Maybe not. Maybe it was just a trick of the screen. But I feel like if you have a heavy backpack and you're running around a lot, you'll get more muscular as long as you're obtaining the protein along with it and feeding yourself properly. As for the fat guy, like I'm assuming like he's like even though he's bigger and everything like that, he might be able to carry a little bit more because of his weight. However, he's gonna get tired way faster because he's not eating correctly. And then as for the skinny person, you know, he's not gonna be able to carry much weight, but he'll be able to go longer and faster just because he's skinny. But again, he's not eating the right things to get muscular, so he's kind of in that in-between phase where he's just not, you know, he's not going to be able to carry more weight like the fat person is. But the fat person again is not going to have a lot of stamina. Skinny person can carry more weight, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to show you guys today. That's all they have today. So I really do hope you guys did enjoy it. Like I said, sorry about being gone all week. And this video is not really going to be edited except for that one part because I got to, you know, mosaic some things. But besides that, you know, I really do hope you guys do enjoy your day. I hope you guys do enjoy these videos, and there will be more to come. I'm feeling better. I'm all good. So I hope you guys do enjoy your day, and I am out.